In this video you will be working with adding a rule above a paragraph. You're going to be working with shading a paragraph and adjusting the paragraph style. You need to go ahead and zoom in to where the author bio is, which is at the very end of the document, Julia Pepin. And I'm going to slide this over so I can have a little space. You can add a horizontal rule, aka a line, above or below a paragraph. The advantage of using a rule rather than simply drawing a line is that rules can be applied with a paragraph style. So if you want that same paragraph style, it'll automatically set it up for you. You don't have to draw another line. You don't have to make another box, that type of thing. With your type tool ready, select somewhere inside your text, and at the top of the paragraph rules dialog box in paragraph, go to the menu and go to paragraph rules. In here we have some options. This is for rule below. This means a line above. This means a line below. We want to check to make sure the rule is on. We want a weight of 1 point. We're going to change our color to that burnt copper, the 2070 107 with the 7. You'll notice that it added a line right here, that copper line. Column stays the same, and we're going to have an offset of 11 and a right indent of -6. 0p6 to be precise, and a left indent of -0p6 as well. And you'll see that the line increased past the left side of that column and increased past the right side of that column. That's how you adjust a paragraph rule. If you want, you can make it a rule below it instead, and that's a rule below it. Instead, we're going to click cancel, and I'll go through that process again. Paragraph rules, rule on, we don't want below, we want above. Rule on, rule up. Then we want 1 point with a color of black. The burnt column width is column, left end of -0p6, right indent of -0p6. The offset, if you look carefully, it just jumps up a little tiny bit. Then you can click OK. I'm going to use my selection tool and get rid of this line. Actually, in order to do that, just undo everything. Redo. You're going to need to go to paragraph and then go to the menu and go to paragraph rules. You want a rule above, a line above, so you can click that to make sure it's on. The color, you want it that burnt copper, the 2070 107. The left indent of -0p6. You'll notice the line shifts past the column, and a right indent of the same, -0p6, which you can see it shifts past the column, and an offset of 0p11. You'll notice that this line shifted up a little bit if I have it on preview. And then I'll click OK. Next, we're going to be adding some shading to this paragraph as well. So in the paragraphs panel, you can click on shading, and then you have two options. You can go to the menu and look for paragraph shading, or paragraph borders and shading, or If you hover here, it tells you Alt-click for paragraph shading. Alt-click. The same box appears. For the color, you're going to choose 30, 13, 80, 0. And we're going to change, and you'll notice that it changes to a tan. We're going to change the tint to a 50%. And we're going to change the width to text. You'll notice this width shifts. If you look at all these, this is the gap around the shape itself. If you increase it, then your box increases. We are going to stay at 0p6 because the 6 lines up with that line that you just made earlier. From here, you can click OK. You can zoom out and go into preview mode to preview your new finished document.